Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I hope all of you are having a fantastic day and are ready to watch some more Rocket League. We've got one match coming to you tonight, and that match is Slothstronauts versus Afternoon Delight. And this is a 3v3 match out of the US West region, if I'm not mistaken. So, yes, 3v3 out of the US East region. So let's take a look at the players for this team, or for these teams. On your left-hand side, we've got the Slothstronauts, part of the Sloth Squad Nation. Fairly big org in the IGL. And they've got none other than their owner, Sands, playing tonight. And alongside the owner is Mizark and the Sky Says Hi. And Sky, welcome to the chat. So Slothstronauts, 1.64 goals per game, 4.18 saves per game, and 1.36 assists per game. Not great offensive numbers, really, for this team, but they do still have a 1-2 record. In week 1, they beat Prestige Worldwide 3-2, and then week number 2 got swept by Power Gaming White. And then they did play their bye match last week as well, and they lost to Exo Tiger Gang, part of the Shark Gang org. So Sloth having to play a lot of defense this circuit, but we'll see if they can turn that around in this match and go 2-2 on the circuit after week number 3. Now, Afternoon Delight, they have only played 2 matches so far, and they have lost both of them. They are 0-2 right now, only 10 goals between those 2 series. So a 1.43 goals per game ratio and a 0.86 assists per game ratio. So offense certainly not their strong point. They can put in the saves when they need to, though. 5 saves per game coming out for this team. Week number 1, they lost to Red Nation 3-1. And then last week, they lost to Prestige Worldwide 3-0. So, not a great showing. And if we're just looking at the stats in that previous match history, it looks like Slothstronauts have the advantage considering that they beat Prestige Worldwide. It took them 5 games to do it, so it was close. But Afternoon Delight, on the other hand, getting swept. So, does not look good for Afternoon Delight, but kind of like Slothstronauts, they'll have something to prove tonight. We'll see what they can do. I also want to point, so we've got, for Afternoon Delight, we've got Akabani, Duke Boy 17, Seabraze, and Last Splash Bro. A few of these players are also on a 2s team together that I've had on the stream a couple of times, so it's nice to see them returning. But in the 3 circuit, we haven't seen Duke Boy at all. It's only been Last Splash Bro, Seabraves, and Akabani. And Last Splash Bro has not scored a goal in this circuit yet. So we're going to be looking to them to try to step up and make that change. And hopefully pitch in with a few here and there and up those numbers. Akabani is certainly the strongest on this team. 1.29 goals per game and 2.43 saves per game. Pretty much scoring all of the goals for this Afternoon Delight team and getting more, just about half of the saves. There we go. All right, so we've got the Slothstronauts versus Afternoon Delight. For the Slothstronauts, we'll open this up as well. We've got Sands, we've got Mizark, and we've got Sky, who almost scored there, but Akabani got the save. And again, Slothstronauts representing the Sloth Squad Nation organization that competes primarily in the Indy Gaming League. But we've also got Afternoon Delight represented by Akabani, Seabraves, and Last Splash Bro. And like I said, this is going to be Splash's first appearance in this particular circuit. No stats to show when we were looking at him in the pregame. So Looks like their fourth person won't have quite a chance to redeem themselves on the offensive front and score their first goal, but we'll see what kind of impact Splash can make. And hopefully it's a positive one for this Afternoon Delight team. Oh, Sam's trying to chase that one down, but can't quite reach it. Oh, that's a good pass in field. Sam's trying to get a nutty touch as well, but Sky comes in and is blocked by Splash. Immediately getting into the action for Afternoon Delight. Sea Braves a good dunk on Sky to push it into the blue corner. Sands tries to pick this one up. They do get a touch off the back wall. They try slamming it down, but Akabani able to read it. Sea Braves can't quite get it back in the middle. And Mizark, I think, is going to be able to clear this one out. It's going to take some time. They only get a little touch. But Sands gets a big clear downfield. That's going to be picked up by Sea Braves, but Sands already there quick. Did not hesitate at all. The Slothstronauts team trying to pass the ball around. They haven't quite found a lot of space to do so yet. But it seems like that's going to be the plan for them. Is creating these passing plays, getting a lot of movement on the ball. And forcing this Afternoon Delight team to keep turning their heads and wonder what's coming next. Sky, that's infield to Mizark, and they can't quite get it. That is so close, but that is exactly what I was talking about. Slothstronauts getting those passes in early, trying to make something happen. Akabani, that is a big miss, and that's going to be a boom down front from Mizark. Oh, Sky is on the end of it, but they can't turn it towards the net. And Sea is going to follow this one as it rolls along the back wall. Mizark in an awkward position, but Sands reads Mizark's little touch. And now it's in the orange back field. Akabani booms this one downfield. So it looks like the strategy for Afternoon Delight here is going to be counterattacks, but they're going to get one here. Afternoon Delight taking the first strike in this series. Sky getting a weird touch off that backboard, and it wasn't a very strong touch either. An immediate shot from Sea Braves blocked by the Sloth keeper on the goal line. But unfortunately for the Slothstronauts, that's all that they could do. As Akabani came in and got us going with the scoring. They're on the sidewall now trying to get that one in field. Sea Braves is up, but Sky much quicker to it. That one's sent downfield by Mizark, but Splash able to intercept. Akabani wins that 50 there. Mizark sends this one to the back orange corner, and it's picked up by Sea Braves. It's past Sky. This could be a 2v1 situation. Akabani on the back wall trying to get it past Mizark. Mizark does well to play the back wall. Oh, that is a good doink from Sky to keep the ball moving. Unfortunately, for them, it's going to be picked up now by Splash. And Splash and Akabani dunk coming in there. Mizark was hanging out in the backfield. They're going to be able to get there before Sea Braves. I'm not sure if Sea Braves knew at all that they were there. Oh, and that's a great save on Sky's shot. Akabani not able to reach that one high in the little glass dome that we're playing in. Oh, that is a brilliant shot from Sea Braves, but it's off the back or off the crossbar. Sands trying to get a shot and can't get the follow-up. Just couldn't get wrapped around it. A back pass to Mizark. Akabani going to have a little bit of time and space to control this one. Carry it out of their half. Perhaps make a play out of it, too. Akabani singing it downfield. Sea Braves is up, and that is under the bar and in. A beautiful play from Afternoon Delight. Yeah, I was talking about earlier that I thought the Slothstronauts were going to be... I thought they were going to be the ones who are going to get these passing plays in. But Afternoon Delight, a beautiful one to cap off a strong game one from them. It looks like they're going to take game number one as a result of it. And that one's going to hit the ground. Afternoon Delight confirms their game one win over the Slothstronauts. Akabani and Sea Braves both combining for both of the goals for AD. Splash holding things down on helping to hold things down on the defensive end. They've got a save and put in 2 shots as well. But Akabani and Seabraves probably going to be the focal point, and last splash going to be the support one. I know Akabani and Seabraves are the primary players for their 2s as well, so there's probably a lot of chemistry going on there. And Splash, the console pleb, going to be just kidding. No disrespect to console players. We love the entirety of the non-toxic Rocket League community. But Splash definitely going to be that support person. For the Slothstronauts, only 4 shots, so we saw some promising things from the Slothstronauts. We did see them attempt a couple of those passing plays, and it's clear that that is going to be the primary way that they're going to try to get some goals. It just didn't quite come off this time, and we'll see if that changes in game number 2, and if they're able to get those passes a little bit more precise, and then finish those chances when they get them. So, Slothstronauts versus Afternoon Delight. Game number 2. Afternoon Delight taking the first one. But that was a very fast start for Afternoon Delight. Almost getting a goal there. Just narrowly missing the target. Oh, that one is up. Can Akabani follow it through? Sky gets a block. Mizark pushes it forward. Goes for a block on Seabraves. Sands with a miss as well. Seabraves, infield pass to Splash, and it was going to be off target anyways, but it is touched by a defender for the Slothstronauts. Akabani rotating to the back post here as Mizark puts one in field. Akabani a big touch towards the midfield. Seabraves and Splash both pressuring Mizark there. Seabraves getting away from the play as Akabani puts this one towards the goal but it's touched away by Sky. Sands to Mizark. Redirect towards the net, and Akabani is up. Mizark has the boost to get up again. It's off the ceiling and then the backboard. But still a great touch from Akabani. I certainly wouldn't have read a ceiling touch off of that. So kudos to them for making a great defensive touch. Mizark and Sky both up for that one, and they're going to turn possession away to Afternoon Delight. That one's off the backboard. Seabrave's going for the shot, but Sky is able to beat him to it. Zand's going to be there to make sure that it goes in, but Sky will get credit for it. 1-0 now for the Slothstronauts. Off of a big downfield clear from Sky. Managed to put on target and get behind the defense. It's as simple as that. Mizark, the first one to follow up the kickoff. Tries to get another touch in field, but they're bumped away by Splash. Akabani puts it off the back wall. Sky also there trying to make a touch on it. But Mizark now picking up possession. On the back wall, Akabani gets the 50. Splash, kind of an awkward touch, but it is a back passing play from Afternoon Delight. And it looked like it could have been good, but I think ultimately the shooting position wasn't fantastic. And the way that the shooter had their car oriented was going to make it tough. Sky almost making it 2-0 there. Very close. Just wasn't able to get the ball into that opening. As Splash continues to put that one downfield. Sky now able to get it past 2. Akabani booting it downfield in response. Akabani with the quick follow-up that's popped up in the middle by Sky. Sands misses the follow-up, and Mizark is able to get to it. Didn't look like any of the Afternoon Delight players were in a position really to challenge it confidently. Still very back and forth, though, for the first half and extra of this game that we've gone through so far. Not a whole lot of clear-cut chances for either of these teams, but Slothstronauts currently in the lead because of a good clearance that went on target earlier. Sky, nice little double tap off this backboard. Mizark, that touch turning into a back pass. Akabani trying to latch onto this one. It's gonna fall to Sabrace in the dunk. Oh, and Sky gets Mizark got a demo on Akabani. Sky tries to score, and they will. 2-0 for the Slothstronauts team. Sky once again taking it downfield. This time on a carry though. And they have to win the 50 on Akabani as well for it. That goal much tougher to finish off than the first one that they had. But still, it's an important goal for them as they look to tie up this series. And the rest of the Sloth Squad Nation joining us now. Welcome, everybody. The Slothstronauts currently up 2-0 in game number 2 of this Tier 2 Division 3 series. Afternoon Delight took game number 1, also 2-0. But the Slothstronauts have gotten things going this time with some great defensive plays that turned into goals. Iwani, their touch back in field. Splash was able to get the touch, so it's still in the blue corner for now. Mizark in the air carries it downfield. Sky trying to get a redirect. And that one popped towards the net by Sands. It's still off and didn't quite get as much distance as I think they were anticipating. Well, Seabraze's clearance stopped by Sky and Akabani now on it, but Mizark making sure that they keep it in the orange half and deny Afternoon Delight any opportunity of a comeback that's tapped away by the defense. Sky going to take their time, push it up the wall, waste as many seconds as they can. And that is going to confirm game number 2 in favor of the Slothstronauts. They lost 0-2 in game number 1, and now they've won 2-0 here in game number 2. Oh, some of you didn't like my console pleba. Oh, you loved it. Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say some people didn't quite appreciate that comment, but looks like it. Absolutely, Duke boy. This one, this game, a lot closer. Afternoon Delight still not really able to get the offensive. I'm sorry, Slothstronauts not able to really get the opportunities that they wanted to in terms of like clear-cut chances. But the pressure was better. They obviously have more shots on target. But their 2 goals came off of really defensive counterattacks. The first one, both of them by Sky, but the first one, Sky just booted it downfield, and it was on target. And then for the second one, Sky had to picked it up in their back half, and dribbled it all the way across. Got a great 50 on Akabani. Full respect to Sky for getting the mechanics right on that play. But I still feel like we can see more from this Sloth team. They started off nicely looking for those passing plays, and I would like to see them get those going. Oh, and that is a great shot from Sands, but an even better diving save from Akabani to keep it level as we head into as we complete the first 30 seconds. They almost go down the other way, but Mizark was waiting in net. So early chances for both of these teams. Down pushed off the orange backboard, but Akabani there to beat Sands to the ball. Sky sends it to the laterally across the side of the field. Sea Braves looking to follow. Not able to beat Sands to it, though. Mizark doesn't win that 50 at all. Oh, and this shot from, I believe, that was from Splash. A complete whiff. Sea Braves is not able to get there in time either. And Slothstronauts going to counterattack. Sky once again Gonna get a goal for the Slothstronauts. Well worked from Sands to push it off the back corner. And Sky in the right spot at the right time to bury that one at the front post. Slothstronauts up 1-0. And again, another counterattack going in favor of the blue side here. I'm trying to get up. Sands, oh, they thought about it. But I think they realized that Sea Braves was going to get their Sky. Pushes it up to the back wall. Mizark comes in and it's wide of the post. Sea Braves going to have an opportunity, I think, but last Splash Bro does get the save. Sky looking to follow. Cleared up by Sea Braves. The Afternoon Delight needs to break out of their own half or they might get starved. Or just give up a play like that. Mizark can't do it. Mizark couldn't get the right touch to turn it into the net. Can Afternoon Delight take advantage of this? Mizark off the ceiling. Oh, but that is unfortunate from them. Sea Braves pops it up for Splash. Akabani up, gets a double tap from Sands, and it's a great save from Sky to stop it at the front post. Can they latch on and turn it in this time? They can't. Another close one for the Slothstronauts. First it was Mizark, now Sky, just not able to finish at the front post. I think the one from Sky a little bit more difficult. But this match could easily be 3-0 had those gone in. Sea Braves, good dribble out, puts it onto the backboard, tries to get a bump off of somebody waiting in net. Oh, and the backflip from Splash is going to tie it up. Slothstronauts made to pay for those missed opportunities. And Sea Braves, or last Splash, I'm sorry. Perfect positioning coming out of the net. Good heads-up play to keep their ball cam on and recognize the ball was coming to them. And now it's all tied up. Akabani gets demoed, but Sea Braves is going to be able to carry it out, give their team some time to reset, recover, but it could be a goal! The 2v3 situation, and Sea Braves takes complete advantage of it. A brilliant pass down to Splash, who drove the ball across the floor, past the defense, and within 20 seconds, 30 seconds, Afternoon Delight up 2-1. Infield from Splash. I can't see who took the shot. It's Sea Braves. Akabani coming in, and that is going to make it 3-1. Now the Slothstronauts really paying for not getting those goals in. Brilliant from Afternoon Delight. An incredible comeback from them. Still plenty of time though for the Slothstronauts to I was going to say plenty of time for the Slothstronauts to retaliate, and there still is just under a minute 30, but that task just got a bit harder after a great shot from Sea Braves finds the top left corner. And the scoreline now 4-1. The lead up to 3 goals. Akabani dunked by the blue team here. Sky puts it off the backboard, gets a touch inside, but it's just a bit too hard for Sands to latch onto. Akabani is sending this one downfield, but Sky meets it at the midfield. Looking for bumps, Sands up for it now, pass infield, and their teammate's going to turn away from it. Going to wait and play the clear instead. Sands, oh, they thought about going up the back wall. That's going to give away possession to Afternoon Delight again. Mizark pass to Sands. That's going to be a shot, but Akabani earning their savior medal. For that save, a pinch off the ceiling from Akabani, but Saves and Mizark were both back, so ultimately still a low percentage chance of scoring. But 30 seconds left. Slothstronauts in a very dire position. It looks like they're going to give up game number 3 here. And Afternoon Delight going to go on match point. Just trying to stop a 5th one from going in, and it's a good save from Sands to prevent Afternoon Delight from getting a 5th one. But there it is. Splash coming in. Akabani with the playmaker. Splash earns their hat trick in a brilliant way for Afternoon Delight to finish off a incredibly strong late game number 3, as they are now on match point. Absolutely, do not disrespect Splash. A hat trick for them. Akabani with a playmaker medal. The Slothstronauts had their opportunities. Same number of shots between Afternoon Delight. Slothstronauts, we saw early in this game that the Slothstronauts had those 2 opportunities right at that front post. Granted, it's not easy to put those away, depending on the angle, because you want to make sure they don't accidentally pinch it against the back wall or get on the wrong side of the ball and push it away. It can be difficult to put those in, but still, Afternoon Delight taking complete advantage of the opportunities that they did get, and a very dominant second half is what they were treated to. So I said it at the beginning that based on the previous records, Slothstronauts did look to be the better team. They had a 3-0 win over a team, or I'm sorry, a 3-2 win over a team that Afternoon Delight lost to 0-3. And of course, that is only one series to go off of. Slothstronauts did lose their other 2, and Afternoon Delight lost their other match. So really only the one game. But even the stats, Afternoon Delight limited to 10 goals this for the first 2 oh my goodness, the first 2 weeks. But now I think they have at least 10. Maybe not. I think 7 actually is how many they had, because they had a 2-0 and then a 5-1 for their wins. So nearly doubling that tally just in this series alone. So absolutely much, much better this week from Afternoon Delight. But the Slothstronauts still not out of it yet. We saw them in game number 2 come back after a 0-2 loss and retaliate with a 2-0 win. But we'll see how clinical their offense can be. They can certainly dominate the possession, but are they able to do that, or can they revert to the counter-attacking system that worked well for them in game number 2 as well? Remember, Sky had both of those goals off breakaways where the Afternoon Delight team overstretched themselves. Sky pops this one up. It's off the ceiling. They're going to follow it through, but there's 2 Afternoon Delight players waiting for it. Splash in. Akabani double committing for that one. They might both follow it off the back wall. Akabani is able to push it wide. Touched off the backboard. Sands needs to get up. And Splash is coming in. Oh, I'm sorry. Seabraves is coming in. And Splash is actually going to come in late and pick up the first strike for Afternoon Delight. Yeah, Sky just in a very awkward position there, trying to reach the ball as it was going off that post, and then it just immediately gets put behind them, and not really a chance of recovery there, considering they had to go backwards for it. A tough situation to be in for Sky. But Afternoon Delight, once again, taking advantage of an opportunity that has presented itself to them. A good beat from Sands to put it into the orange half. Akabani there first to touch it away, and a good follow-up 50 from their teammate. Oh, Akabani tried going low with that pass in field. They saw, I believe that was Splash across the field. That would have been a brilliant play. I think it was the right idea. But they couldn't make anything out of it, and now they're on their own back side. Trying to clear this ball out. Splash going to pick up possession. No midfield pressure from the Slothstronauts. Splash off the ceiling. Seabraves tries making contact with that, but Akabani. Oh! What is that? What was that? How did Akabani even do that? Oh, wow. So, I believe that was Mizark in the corner. Mizark actually got the last touch there. The streak of the ball was blue. As it was taking that incredibly tight angle towards the net, so Mizark had to have gotten the last touch. But wow, what an angle for that goal. And if you're the Slothstronauts right now, you're probably thinking, how unlucky. But they're going to pull it back. Sands able to beat two of those Afternoon Delight defenders to the ball. They got it away, but just before they got demoed as well. So now that incredibly tight angle goal, the difference between Afternoon Delight and Slothstronauts now in this match. Overall, this has been a closer game. And like I said before, Slothstronauts probably will consider themselves unlucky to have given up that goal, especially if it comes back to haunt them and it ends the series here. Seabraves pushing this one towards the midfield and the backflip to get it past. Akabani trying to put it away, but the defense barely able to reach it. Oh, and Splash trying to get a tight angle shot of their own. Not able to find the inside of the frame. Mizark on the sidewall, trying to follow through perhaps a pinch with their teammate. This guy not going to be able to get there before Seabraves, who's up very early, reading that touch. Midfield pressure from Mizark. It's a demo on Sky from Splash, and the pass just a little bit too strong for Sands. That one pushed downfield by Akabani. It's a follow from Splash, but it's going to hit the blue corner. Sands to Sky. It's a little bit too high. Infield. Sky trying to get there. Mizark has to turn around. Sands needs to get out of the way. Sands infield. Akabani gets the clear. Sky, it's still up. Oh, that looked like it could be on target. Seabraves gets the clear. An Afternoon Delight going to take the match 3-1. A valiant effort there from the Slothstronauts. 5 opportunities for Sky that match and 2 for Sands. Sky having more shots than Afternoon Delight combined. Just, it did not work out for Slothstronauts on this occasion. Kind of unlucky to have given up that tight angle goal, and we probably should have been in overtime at this point in game number 4, but you're welcome, Akabani, for the cast. Hearts to you too, Seabraves. But GG's to both teams. It was a great series. I would have liked to see it go to 5, and I think the matchup between these two teams is completely deserving of a best of 5, and maybe we'll see a rematch between these two teams later on in the circuit. The Slothstronauts dropping to 1-3, but Afternoon Delight moving up to 1-2.